Morning, everybody. Grab a cup of coffee and a donut or three, and let's do some switching. Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a good Saturday. Of course, I am recording this on Thursday because I'll be traveling on Saturday back to Ohio. Pick up where we left off last time. We were going to pick up the 3 cars we left on the main and spot them on the passing siding. Another beautiful day, early spring day in central Kentucky, but it's supposed to start raining tonight. Tomorrow, rain all day. And, excuse me, still getting over my cold. And Saturday is supposed to have wind gusts of 50 miles an hour again. And actually, it's not a cold. I think it's more just a sinus thing left over from Mexico. But getting better. When I finish this session, hopefully by the time I get the next session in Oak Hill, I'll have the Ojai locomotive back. Since I dropped off 2 cars at Cedar Heights and picked up 3, the train is actually too long to fit on the passing siding. So I'm going to push it north a little bit to make sure Route 93 is not blocked. That's going to push the caboose out into Main Street a little bit. Cars can still get around it, but I'll have to keep a brakeman there to flag it until I can get the locomotive down there to get it out of the way, which is what we're going to do now. So you can see the caboose sticking out in Main Street, but there's room to drive around it. I am going to put a traffic light there. Every time I look on the websites, Woodland Scenic's traffic lights are not available yet, so let's just keep looking. we're going to take the caboose and push it to the south end of town. And then we'll start building our train. We're just getting it out of the way. And we'll start building our train to head back to Chillicothe. Probably a lot of you watch Virtual Ralph and Grab Bag. I really like that because it shows sort of the highlights from all around the country. But sometimes when they want to speed up the train in order to show something else, they'll show it like 3 times the speed or 4 times the speed. So I've tried to do that here, but my iMovie will only go 2 times the speed. It won't go any faster. And I don't have a way to mute the sound just for this section. So I left it as is, but I cut out the light engine move back to the other end of town. So after I drop the caboose off, the locomotive will magically appear back at the north end of town. Right there. Now we're going to push the entire train back down because the 3 cars on the south end there, they are going to go back to Chillicothe. And right now the train is so long I can't switch Charrington Scrap. So now that I've done that, I can take the 3 cars that still need to be delivered, and we can switch Charrington Scrap first, which is going to be swapping the empty gondola for the full gondola. Oh, excuse me. In 2 weeks, I'm going to Indiana for a few days. But the week after that, I'm going to take a week vacation because I've got quite a bit of yard work to do. I've got some fence panels I need to replace and get the garden railroad into shape. The pond needs some work. A couple of deck boards to replace on the deck. So we're going to paint the kitchen. I got a lot of honeydew stuff coming up, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. We could just leave the gondola hanging out by itself on the passing siding. It wouldn't be in the way. But we're going to go ahead and push it down and couple it onto the train. So we're going to spot the empty gondola, and then we will pull the train back out onto the main, and that'll be the end of this video. But I do have a short little update video on Jazzy and Chance. Nothing really to report, but I know you guys, I've talked about them in the past, so I thought you might like to see them for, I don't know, 20-30 seconds. I keep trying to get Chance when he's on the rare occasions when he's sort of romping around and playing, but I've not been able to catch him yet, because it's just really fun to see. I'm going to hear a helicopter in just a second, but video is going to end. So we'll pick up from switching Ohio Fire Brick from this point next Saturday. So let's take a look at Jazzy and Chance. Just thought I'd let you know how Chance and Jazzy are doing. Chance had one seizure while I was in Mexico, but they're very few and far between. Generally, he's feeling pretty good. So, and Jazzy's doing well too. We're trying to get them both to lose weight. They're not happy about that, but seem to be doing pretty well. Everybody stay safe.